Graeme Moore from Polymath, the biggest name in security tokens, obviously. So, what can you tell us about security tokens and Polymath? What are you guys all about?
We are all about making it easy for businesses to create their own security tokens. So a business might hear about the blockchain, they might hear about how it's really easy to fundraise for these things called utility tokens, but then they kind of hit this wall and go, well, how do I do this? Like, I have no idea, I don't know any developers that can do these things, I don't want to have to go out and find a developer who can do these things, and how can I make sure that I'm building something that's actually going to be regulatory compliant, or I'm not going to get slapped by the SEC, or I'm not going to get fined or sued by any of my shareholders. And Polymath just makes it easy to create that security token that these companies are looking for. So we've built a dApp on Ethereum where an issuer, this is a potential issuer, so somebody who's looking to create a security token and issue it, they come to the platform, they walk through a few steps, they fill out some questions, and within 10 minutes, they can essentially create their own security token that's regulatory compliant.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then in what jurisdictions does Polymath operate?
It's a completely open protocol. So ultimately the idea is that it's jurisdictional agnostic. So it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter where you're issuing these security tokens to, it doesn't matter where your investors are from. The point is that you can code into these tokens now whatever requirements you need from a regulatory standpoint. So if you're, let's say in America, and you're doing a 506B offering and you can only have 2,000 investors total, you can just hard cap the tokens so that it can only have 2,000 investors. And so if you need to make sure that you exclude people from North Korea, okay, well the nice thing about these tokens is that every single person who holds them and who's able to buy them needs to be KYC verified. So you can exclude people from North Korea, you can exclude people from countries that aren't allowed to participate in securities offerings. You can exclude anybody who's on an OFAC blacklist. You can do all these really cool things with the tokens themselves through smart contracts and through code that you don't really need to rely as much on regulators anymore or on people saying, hey, you can't do that. You can actually prevent people from doing things that they're not allowed to do through the technology. And that's why we think security tokens are so amazing, is it opens up this entire new world where technology can take care of things that humans used to be taking care of in the capital markets.
How would it work to trade security tokens between individuals? Could I sell my securities tokens to anyone, or would that be restricted?
So the cool thing is that the tokens that we're helping these companies create, we consider them backwards compatible with ERC20. So you can think of them like ERC20 tokens, but with transfer restrictions that are built in. So if you're holding the security token, it's because you've gone through the KYC process that the issuer wanted you to go through. You've gone through, you said, yeah, I'm Jory, here's where I live, here's my passport, or whatever the KYC provider needs, and you've been added to a whitelist. And on that whitelist, it's not necessarily Jory who's on the whitelist, it's your Ethereum wallet address that you said, this is my Ethereum wallet address. And then what happens, if you try to send those tokens from your address to mine, if I'm not on the whitelist because I haven't been KYC verified, or because I'm a person who's not allowed in that particular offering, the token literally cannot be transferred. So what happens is the token, you say you want to give it to me. Okay, so the token calls the whitelist. It says, hey, is Jory, who is this Ethereum wallet address, is this address allowed to transfer now? Yes? Okay, cool. Is this person allowed to receive them now? No, they're not on the whitelist, or they have a regulatory lockup period or something and they're not allowed, so the transfer fails. So that's how the transfer restrictions work with the tokens that we're helping create.
And you guys have been building very hard and released your mainnet, or the mainnet went live. So what does that mean?
It means that our platform, so our contracts and our dApp are now live on Ethereum mainnet. And so what that means to somebody who maybe doesn't even know what Ethereum is or what mainnet is, anybody in the whole entire world can now come to Polymath. It's polymath.network. You can come and you can create your own security token. Once you've gone through the legal process, once you've spoken to regulators, once you feel comfortable issuing an actual security, you can create the security in 10 minutes. And that's something that was never able to be done before.
That's amazing. So are there any projects, are there any security tokens live yet?
That Polymath has created? Not yet. So we're at the Blockchain Futurist Conference right now in Toronto. there may or may not be some very exciting news tomorrow about 1 or 2 companies that are looking to issue security tokens using Polymath protocol. So we're at 0 right now, but that number is about to go from 0 to 1, and then from 1 to 2, and then hopefully over the next, let's say 6 to 12 months, to become a very, very large number, because ultimately anybody can do this.
That's the stampede coming, right?
Yeah.
Then after the first couple launches. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah.